Hi everybody, Tim Bartz here, your Ford video guy with another little video, and this might be more of an install video than I normally just kind of like, here's some things that I noticed when installing different products, but this in here might be an install video because right now, Mountains to Metal, this is so new, they don't really have an install video. Actually, they kind of do. Was it an install video? Anyways, they have a video on the product itself and how it works and functions, and they do have paper instructions on this that you can download, but I think that somebody's done a video on it, and I thought, you know what, I'll do a video on it as well, and hopefully get you some close-ups of some of the shots, so you know exactly where things are positioned and everything else. So let me get into what are we installing today. Now at Bronco Supercell, Tennessee, we were there, went to a lot of different booths. Mountains to Metal is a great company. I'm not real big into the different MOLLE systems and such, and I haven't gotten a slide out or something, but they have a lot of great products there, and one of them that I really liked and said, okay, that is something that I definitely have got to have, and that is this attic tray. So this is the Ford Bronco flip down attic shelf, right? That's going to be positioned in the cargo area. So it is going to be positioned up here, and it's going to actually swing down and sit right here, and then tuck up where in that area, in that nook where, you know, pretty much there's nothing, you really don't get up there. Now this can be used on a hard top or a cloth top. I do have a cloth top, which I think will help because I'm going to take the side windows out and take the top all the way back, so hopefully you get a little bit better footage of where I'm positioning everything. Now on your Broncos, if you have a 2021 Bronco, you got to make sure you have these holes here on your roll bars. So some of the very, very early ones, I have a pretty early one. Mine was delivered about 10 months after production started, so mine was pretty early. So probably I guess mine would be a job 2. So you might need a job 2 to have this, but you need to make sure you have these holes here, because that's what we're going to bracket those into for this to work. If you don't have these holes, you would have to drill into it, and yeah, it may not work. So make sure first, before you order it, that you have those holes. All right, now I do have all the parts set out here for this. And again, this really not too many parts you actually have to install on this. It'll be pretty easy to install, and if you look over the instructions real good, actually just even look at the photos, it's so simple. So Mountains to Metal has done a great job of making this very easy to install onto your Bronco. Now this in here, just so you know, you do have 2 different part numbers, because this in here is for the factory speaker. So I do have the factory speakers, so they're smaller. If you have the bigger speakers, or if you plan to install bigger speakers, you may want to go with a kit that's made for the bigger speakers. So it's going to basically, like mine, you can see right here, that is actually going to go up above the top. And so that's going to go around the speakers. So as you can see, if you have the bigger speaker, you're going to need the other shelf to allow for that space in there for that. So you'll want to make sure you get order the right one for the right speaker system that you have. Or if you plan to add a speaker down the road, think about that as well. Now here's the parts we have. Very easy. The screws and everything are in there. So this part here is going to go up on the top of the roll bar, and I'm probably going to I do have a Benemy top, which this is going to be easy because I have a cloth top. I do have these bags I've been using for storage now. I'm ready to get these down. As you can see, these actually are ripping out a little bit, the zippers. So these are nice bags. They have done me well for a while, but we're gonna be taking those out. Might be putting them back. We'll just have to see. They won't get in the way of this system. They shouldn't anyway. I don't think they will, but I'm going to put the things that are in here are what's going to go in that rack. So that kind of alleviates and opens up this area if I want it right there. But also, we do have a top. So if you do have the Benemy top like I do, you're going to be able to see what it's going to take if we need to put this installed. So like I said, we're going to take the cloth top all the way back so that we can be able to really see from the top down real nice and easy. Hard top, you can fit through there, whether you're hard top or cloth top. But with the, so you can get in there to put that top plate on, which is this plate here, whether you have a cloth top or a hard top. I'm just gonna, again, pop it back, because that way I can kind of stand up in there, and you guys can get some better angles on what it's gonna look like in there. And then these here are gonna set up, these will go on over here. I'll have to get the right angle, because I probably got the wrong one. But these are gonna go up here on there. just right. So they're going to be on one side or another. We'll figure it out. We'll get the image there. But those are going to go up there, and then those other bars are going to lock into those places. So we'll get that all set up for us here and figure it all out. And like I said, the instructions, they give you then a QR code for the instructions for these. But let's go ahead and get those bags out of the way, get these glass pieces out of the way, get the top all the way back, and we'll see what it looks like with the bend-me top, whether or not we need to unhook those straps as well. So let's get that done first. Okay, so here's the view. Here's what's great about having a cloth top is that you can get a view of these brackets and where these are going to go on. So the top pieces are going to go into these two holes right here. And I think they'll kind of sit under here and they'll go right there. We're going to put them in place here and see. But this bend-me top, this is the best stop one, the mesh top. That just gives us some shade. It can unclip here and down there, so it wouldn't be that difficult to unclip it and do what you need to and put it back. But we're gonna see. Actually, it's already a little loose, so we'll probably go ahead and just unbuckle those and get them back out of the way. Let's go ahead and grab those brackets first and put those on. I think they tell you to put the support arms on first. I don't remember which order, but we're gonna go ahead and grab these and put them in first. All right, so here's the two pieces that are gonna go on the top. And so this padded side is gonna go down. So you're gonna go like this. So for that, this here needs to go to the inside of the vehicle. So this will be on the passenger side then, and we'll use these two silver bolts, right? I believe they're an M13 millimeter, maybe. And then this one's on this side. So we're going to get our sockets that we need for those bolts, and then we're going to go ahead and put those in place. We're going to hand tighten them right now. So I'm not going to need to worry about my socket. We're going to hand tighten everything because that tray is going to fit in there perfectly between these two. So you're going to want to do it lightly. And then undo it probably one bolt of one side, so you can move that, put the shelf in and put it into place. So for right now, we're just going to put the bolts on. All right, so as you can see, those are going to go into place just like this, and those are going to put in the holes. The padded side down helps fill in that hole that was right there, and they really have thought of everything. Because look, that top, that's going to go right back on right there. But I'm going to move it off to the side for now, and it goes just outside that speaker right there and sits like that. So let's go ahead and do the other side. All right, so we got both sides in place. Like you can see, just hand tightened for right now. And that takes little to no time at all. And you can kind of see they move around a little bit. So we'll be able to do that. We might have to move both over a little bit to get it in. And you might need a second person for that. But let's go ahead and do the arms that come up down below. All right, let me show you the setup on these so you know which one goes where. So this here is going to have like a little lip on it. And this angle, it's angled because that's your roll bar. So you got to know that this here is going to go towards the inside of your vehicle, and with that nut on the outside. And so this here is going to be angled that way, and it's going to set on top of this, just like that. And then this bump stop should go towards the inside of your vehicle. So this is the left side, driver's side, right there. And we're going to take this one screw and we're going to screw that into there. We're going to hold off on this. We're going to need those later when we put for the support arm. We're going to put this on the top screw. So right here you have a screw on this side. It's the only one you see. Right above that is the screw you want, the hole you want. So there are two holes, and if you have a cloth top and you have it down like I do, you won't be able to get to that one, but you'll be able to get to that one. That's the hole we're going to go into for that. So make sure you guys can see that angle. But that's what we're going to do. We're going to put that one in. We'll do the left side, and then we'll do the right side. All right, so here's the top. So again, we're going to put those and angle those in. So we're just going to put those in place, and doing this one-handed. So we're going to just finger tighten those in. There you go. All right, and you'll see how those are just going to go into place right there. There you go. So they're going to kind of go like that. And this in here you probably could tighten all the way, but I'm just going to do that way. And you might want to, with the hex, that will set right against there. So it really probably could go ahead and go into place tight for you. You want to make sure, because this here does have a slotted hole, so it can move forward and back. but just know that you might need to loosen that later. We'll just see. I'm just going to hand tighten as fast as I can, but I will say having the cloth top up is real nice because you can work on both of these right here real nice and easy with the cloth top. So hard top probably would be, you know, you probably don't have to take the hard top off to fit under there. I will just say it would be a lot easier if you take the hard top off. All right, sun's come out on me here, but here's how this is going to go in. So these here are going to go up this metal little rod there, whatever that's called. That's going to be up. Like I said, I'm sure Mountains of Metal will do a more technical version because I don't know what all the terminology is for everything. But we have the slotted hole in there, and this lip is going to go towards the interior of your vehicle. So it's going to go this way, and that angle is going to go think about angling along your roll bar, right? So that same angle as your roll bar. So that's because of that, you're going to have this one on this side, and you're going to have that one on the passenger side. Now, this here bolt, you're going to have bolt, and then you're going to have a washer, and then the nylon washer is going to go between this and that bracket and into that hole right there. So that's why you kind of want to have those screws a little loose so you can get those in there. So we're going to do that next, and then this here is going to go through that slotted area, and it's going to go into the top hole of this bracket, and we'll show you why that's useful here in just a little bit. All right, I really needed both hands to be able to do this, so didn't film this, but definitely the reason you want to make sure you have that loose is so that this can move around in here, because that hole, I'll show you on this one, you know, you need to be able to fit in that hole. So having it loose allows you to be able to move it a little bit and wiggle it to get in there. Then once you have that one in there, this is up there against there and there, you can go ahead and probably tighten that down completely and then be able to tighten the top one down completely. This here is something we're going to be taking in and out whenever we put the cloth top up, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. All right, so now we have both of those in place. You're going to see that come up. So this is where the attic tray, when it's in its total upright position, is going to lock into those. But you'll notice the cloth top, this rail is going to hit this. So the reason you want to have this is so that you can bring this forward just enough, get the cloth top over, bring it back, and then you just put this finger tightened screw into there. If I can get it in left-handed, I'm not left-handed. There we go. So that's why you want that one to go in there like that, because there is going to be time, in fact, we're going to need to do it when we put the cloth top back up, where we're going to want to tighten that. And really, it doesn't move a lot with that. So we're going to put the other one in as well. Over here. So, all right. And I'm probably not going to tighten it too much because I am going to need to take this off almost right away. There you go. It's there. Okay, so we can tighten that on in more if we need to, but really I don't think we need to. Wow, it's pretty tight right there. So we're going to leave that there. So you have that there. And this last step, really, I have these loose, is to put the attic tray in, which I might be able to do here. Actually, I'm not going to be able to do that here because yeah, it's going to sit right where I'm at. So we're going to get moved. We're going to try to get this attic tray in here real quick and can go from there. Now, one of the things you can do if you are doing this by yourself is you can go ahead and clip this back part into these holes. I don't have the top one in yet, and they're kind of just sitting on there. So you can tell we're going to need to maneuver this so we can get that in that hole right here in just a second. So we'll move this and over and do that. See if we can do it one-handed here. I probably won't show that, but the next part is you basically have to put that into that slot right there, right? And then tighten these down. And then you have it in its upright position. All right, I'm going to show you a handy little trick that may not be a bad idea for you to try to do. Now, if that end needs to go down, but to do that, this kind of needs to go that way. So if you unhook this one back here, from here, you can actually get that to angle that way, and then you can get this one into that spot there, and then you can loosen this one over here and put it into place and snap it in. So that might be a thing you need to go at an angle on that. All right, I did it by myself, so it can be done one person. Again, unlatch it here, get one end in there, bring it towards you. Just take one screw off, you move this way, it gets in that pin, and then lock it back into place. And now I can go ahead and tighten these completely. I want to make sure I get it lined up so we're even on both sides, and then I think we'll be good. So at this point, now we just need to fully tighten those with a wrench or a socket. All right, so I got that in place, and now you can kind of see it kind of goes in up there, as well as that side. Actually, it went up together, which is awesome. Now you got to pull the clip on both sides. So I pull this one, and then I pull this one, and then it's going to sit right on top of that bracket up here. I don't know if you guys can see that there. And there you go. You got the attic tray. Now you can see I need to take this cover back up. I'm going to have to move these. So that's where we unscrew that bolt right there and press it back. So let me show you how that works. Okay, I already did that side over there, and I'm going to show you on this side. You got to do this to both sides. This in here, you can see you need to move this down for the cloth top to come up. So we're going to unhook it, let it fall down, which is fine, just like that. And then you're going to unscrew this. That's why it's a finger screw. So you take it out, move it forward, and it sits in between you two, in between your speaker and the roll bar. So put it there, and then we should be able to bring that up. Now I do want to show you the easiest way to be able to take that top up. I was able to do it from up above, but another probably a better and easier way is just make sure this attic tray is down all the way, that you've disconnected it and it's hanging down. Then you can just take those screws out there and then move it forward and then take your top up. That's the easier way to doing it. The reason I did it the other way was for video, so you could see what we're doing. It was a lot easier to see it from up above than down under here and trying to get you the angle underneath the top and everything else here in the back. So that's how you'd want to do that. And now at this place, what we want to do is go ahead and bring those back and put those screws back into place. I mean, they really thought of everything on this. I like this. I don't think I have that all the way in there in the right hole, but we'll screw that into place. Which, of course, I'm trying to do it in video, so it's gonna struggle. There we go. So I'm right-handed, so it's a lot easier to do with my right hand, but there you go. Put that into place, and then we'll do the same thing to the other side. All right, so now we got that one in place as well. So both of them are in place. Just raise this up and locks into place. Real nice and easy. Pull that side, pull this side. You kind of want to hold it up, especially when you're going to have some weight in here. You can put, I don't know what the weight limit is. They can tell you that, but you can put a lot of weight on this. So you definitely want to do one side and then the other, and use one hand to hold it up, right? And then kind of use the other hand to hold up this one as you let it down, right, to come down. So, and then it sits there. That makes it easy. And then this is where you want to have it. If you want to put the top up or down for the cloth top, this is the position you want to have it in. So that way this rail, those two rails can clear. Now, depending on how much stuff you have in here, if you have it piled up too high over it, especially up here in the front, it may not clear. So that's just something you need to think about and remind yourself. If you're struggling with it going up and it catching on some stuff on here, that's because those roll bars, there is just a very, very little room there for those to cover over this. So there you go. But now it's time for the fun. Let's put some stuff on this tray. All right, again, I want to thank Mountains to Metal. What an awesome job here. I'm gonna love this attic tray because this puts the things that I don't use very often up and kind of out of the way, but easy to access when I need it. So, you know, I'm talking recovery systems up there. I am gonna see if I can bolt any kind of the traction boards underneath there. I have a cloth top, so I don't have anything to harness them on the back. I could put something on the tire. I'm gonna see if it'll work on there, but also, you know, all my air up, air down kits, all that kind of stuff, tow ropes, all that stuff, that can sit all up here out of my way and out of the cargo area, because I usually run with a cooler back here. And then, you know, the air compressor is the only thing I don't think will fit up there. I'll just have that down here, and but that'll really help out, and it gets the bags out of the way from over here. I don't know if those bags will fit over there, I had, which is fine. Most people probably don't have those bags anyway, but you can do, they do have a MOLLE system from Mountains to Metal, so check them out for that. If you want to have something else and a different MOLLE system on the inside of the windows, that might be my next purchase. So you have to stay tuned. But hope you guys watched this, enjoyed this how-to video, as well as a video for the channel here as another install to my Bronco. And hopefully you guys are subscribed, notification bells turned on, you hit that like button, and as I always say in all my videos, stay positive, be kind to one another, be kind to yourself, and we'll see you later.